Hello and welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm not going to be doing any cooking at all actually, but I want to show you something that I'm so excited to be sampling or to be testing. As some of you may know, I don't have diabetes, I don't have high blood pressure or high cholesterol, any of that, but I'm really fascinated by the interaction between blood sugar levels and overall health and wellness versus disease and longevity, and how blood sugar levels relate to insulin and cortisol and all that. And, it's really a hot topic right now in terms of, should we be looking at how to manage our insulin levels, because insulin resistance is so prevalent and so strongly associated with metabolic syndrome and all of those diseases that are prevalent in the American society today. Anyways, Abbott has offered healthy individuals to test their continuous glucose monitoring system. So I'm wearing this Freestyle Libre 2 device, and it's amazing. I've had so much fun with it, and this has only been 3 days that I've been wearing it, and so I'm going to have follow-up videos because I'll be wearing it for a month, and I wanted to really look at what are the effects of what I'm eating, when I'm eating, how much I'm eating, when I'm exercising, how much I'm sleeping, what my stress level is on, what my blood sugar level is, because that's an indirect measure of your insulin and your insulin resistance. And I wanted to really just be able to take a peek. If there was a monitor that were measuring my insulin levels, my cortisol levels, that'd be fantastic. But right now, this is what we have, the glucose. And so, but it's been really, a really fun process so far. So I wanted to share with you the things that I've learned, because I think that they, probably can be extrapolated and probably can help other people. Now, I don't know about people with diabetes, whether this would be helpful to people with diabetes, but these are the things I've learned. So far, I'll first show you on my phone, how this works. So this is kind of, what a log looks like. And you see red. It probably means dangerously high too, although I haven't gotten there. Red means low. And interestingly, the low levels are still when I'm in bed. The latest low here was 526. I'm in bed. I'm still, checking, so I'm not really technically asleep, but I'm in bed. And then after that, it rises. It goes from 54 at 5:26 a.m. to 77 at 11 a.m. No, 77 at 7:11 a.m., which probably correlates with my peak, or at least my rise in my cortisol. So, going forward, probably looking at cortisone levels, and I bet we'll probably find out that people are cortisone resistant or cortisol hypersecretors, whatever, and try to, figure out a way to lower that as well, because my most significant jumps in the day in blood sugar, and my blood sugars are always in range, but the most significant jump is in the morning with that morning rise and that morning cortisol. So I will show you what the graph form looks like. I'll show you how to use this. So here's, my graph for the past 24 hours. And if I wanted to check my sugar right now, you just press check sugar and put it near your arm. You hear a little click. It says scan complete, and then you'll see the number 90, and it plots it. And there's, if you go to the home page, there are areas where you can, not the home page, the logbook, you can put notes. There's a little pencil icon. You can add a note for, okay, how was I feeling at this time? This is, was I hungry? What had I just eaten, etc. So these first 3 days, what I've done is looked. And, the most interesting thing I have to say is that my hunger does not correlate with my blood glucose level. There are times when my blood glucose level is really low and I'm not hungry at all, and other times when it's high and I'm hungry, and other times when it's low and I'm hungry and it's high and I'm not. So for me, at least, there has not been a good correlation between my blood sugar level and my level of hunger. In addition, one of the most fascinating things I've identified is that if I do a 10 or 20 minute, and I've been using a Peloton app for meditation, if I do a 10 or 20 minute meditation, and I'll just show you, here's the Peloton app and meditation, not a long meditation, my blood sugar after the meditation drops between 5 and 10 milligrams per deciliter, depending upon the time of day. And I have tried this before eating, before exercise, after exercise, morning, afternoon, evening. I've tried lots of different times to do these meditations, and for me, 100% of the time, my blood sugar falls when after a meditation. Now, it could be, I'm a type A person. Maybe my cortisol level is high all the time, higher than other people's. I don't know. But for me, the meditation has had the most significant impact. In fact, I've been reading more and more about how just a moderate amount of exercise after meals, 20-minute walk, will help lower your blood sugar. And for me, the meditation lowers it more. So yes, I do see a little bit of blunting of my blood sugar response after a meal if I do a 20-minute just walking afterwards. But for me, the most impactful change has been from meditation. So that's been very interesting to me. Anyways, those are my experiences so far in looking at my blood sugar and measuring my blood sugar. I guess, before I go, I want to say one more thing. I was interested to look at not only the composition, but the volume of food. And I did have one meal where I ate beyond fullness. Same composition, and my blood sugar was 1.5 times what it was at any other postprandial or after meal blood sugar measurement. So the volume is really important for me, at least, so that even if I'm eating just a little bit more, it's going to really have a big impact in my blood sugar level. So, another good reason to be mindful about, hunger and fullness and satiety signals, and paying attention to those and making sure not to go beyond fullness. Because it really does have for me, a tremendous impact on my blood sugar level. Anyways, that's it for this edition. I will continue as the month goes on to kind of give little snippets and vignettes and look to see, what we do or what I do, how I eat, what I eat, when I eat. All of that impacts my blood sugar level. Hopefully this will be helpful to other people. Anyways, that's it for now for this edition of Welcome to My Kitchen. Thank you.